Glad to have you with us from Orlando, Florida, one of the great vacation destinations in the entire land. Today, Camping World Stadium as a couple of teams square off for a chance to win the Pop-Tart Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. So Appalachian State's offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they're not on the same page there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. The quick out. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Buffaloes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
6th play of the drive coming up. Wants to throw again. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll start this drive firing. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, they're so strong, but so quick. So they can beat you with speed, or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in. And you saw that right defensive end come off the end and make the sack.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
It didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Creates a little space. There he goes. Nice.
Thanks, man.
There. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical,
yeah,
especially on first down.
There's like 3 O-linemen right there, and the one guy just got right behind.
First downs like that run right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let it go. Makes a grab right down the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And
Thanks.
the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Only I could beat
It'll be 2nd down.
Jose,
Remember,
Kyle,
and
and
scoring.
Kobe. That'd be beautiful.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
You too. You're only, what, 7 Evan Austins away from competing?
Looking to fire. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it!
Go forward.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I
Oh, we're
love
gonna
that
try.
from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
Is your recruiting that bad?
Have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his
Do you
feet.
just have bad grades?
Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that.
I mean, I'm probably right there with you on the recruiting.
And the Colorado offense is
I had so many people left. I'm like a 76 overall. I think you're the same.
Find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0.
Oh, gosh.
Got enough for the first
Someone
down
else
once
plug that
more.
hole, maybe.
Now they've got even more
Can't
breathing
clone
room
myself.
out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Using his legs, it's Bellamy. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Different formation.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Lewis wants to pass.
Wow.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's
Fire
see if
them
they try
guys,
it again.
man. But there's no guarantee he'll get anything better.
They'll run the option. And some room to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line.
We're just going to play pretty
threatening.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly, and it can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Like that.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Right on target this time.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Reese. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, App State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride,
what you doing?
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease
you want
in that
Daddy to take it off?
coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to come into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Jukes his way for more. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Right on the money. And he picks up the 1st down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense will quickly use the timeout. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Williams. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors and our halftime update.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line,
there's nothing in those.
That'll be the story
They're
of this
empty.
second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, Dave, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Looking for a
Oh,
big
wow.
gain. Pulls it in on the right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
There's this play.
Lewis wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion on the 3rd snap.
There you go.
Shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got the first down and more. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. The spin, still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. play action on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They're testing the right side here. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go to the ground. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
All right, great little run, though. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reese. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Finds the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Gonna look downfield again. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Colorado! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Huge play. And It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're
turning it on. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the air on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Crosses to 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut. It as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking for room. It's Allen. Talk about a timely run.
We're just sitting
First
there.
down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Whoa, yeah.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Lewis to throw. Pulls it in.
Really nice throw by the quarterback here, because if you're going to throw out-breaking routes against man coverage, you have got to be on time, which means the ball has got to come out before the receiver gets out of his break. Really nice anticipation by the keeper.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Buffaloes want to move quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, Buffs!
Can't keep up with the
And
better
this
team.
receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to fire deep.
Yep,
and it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Sets up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. While they dial up on second and a long way to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a second and long. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Smith. Makes a grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to keep it in the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Buffaloes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. The give and tick, 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 tick.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Mountaineers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players